Okay, so let's look at video 10. This is part 3 of perceptual organization. We're going to look at movement and constancies. So, how our brain understands movement. The brain often assumes movement by the way the objects around us get bigger and smaller. As things get bigger to us, they must be moving closer. As things are moving further away, they're getting smaller. The stroboscopic phenomenon is a way that creates movement in images. It's a series of changing images which can cause motion, which is this image right here. Okay, it looks like the lady's arms are moving because of the different images it's using to create that motion. The feet phenomenon is another illusion that helps us understand movement or see movement. It's the illusion of movement between two or more adjacent lights blinking on and off in quick succession to create movement. So these are lights clicking on and off, which helps us identify that things are moving in the environment. Again, here's another image that the horse is moving by using lights blinking on and off. So moving on from movement, we're going to once again talk about perceptual organization and the way our brain organizes things. And the way we organize shapes and sizes and colors is a big thing. Perceptual constancy is the way the brain organizes colors, lights, sizes, and shapes. We interpret that objects, shapes, sizes, color, and lightness as unchanging, even though in our environment it might look different in different angles. We have this because of the ability of top-down processing, which allows us to understand that the objects, even though they may have changed, remain the same. So if you see this door in this picture here, okay, we know it's a rectangle. Even though you pull the door open and it now appears to have a different shape, the door still remains a rectangle. Okay. First one we're going to talk about is size constancy. The size constancy idea that even if the size of an object changes, okay, because of distance, we perceive the object as remaining the same as the original size. So here's an example of size constancy. We're not going to imagine the guy is this small, okay, just because at one point in our field of vision he appeared that small, okay. The size of a person is going to remain the same because of size constancy. Again, another good thing to take to draw a picture of. Shape constancy is the one I talked about before. It's the constancy that even if an object changes form / shape, the brain processes and understands that the shape is remaining the same. Light constancy. Light constancy are the idea that we perceive an object as having constant lightness even when the illumination varies. So we understand that there's shadow here. This image still appears to our brain as being white and light, just like this image, but the reason why it's appearing darker is because of the shadow. Color constancy. Color constancy is the idea that even if the light in the environment changes, you'll still retain an understanding of the object's original color. Okay, so even though it begins to get darker here and the man's pants appear to be a shade darker than these pants, okay, we're going to understand that the color is a little bit lighter, okay, because we understand color constancy. Again, you might want to jot down examples of the perceptual constancies to have in your notes.